are ready to use any means necessary to safeguard the mosque and the surrounding area from outside force, whether they are members of the law enforcement or local street gangs. If members need assistance or protection, they are instructed to call upon Luqman Abdullah and his followers rather than calling the police. S1 testified on many occasions he heard Luqman preach that Islam should be spread through violent jihad and advocates violence against the government and the law enforcement. And then they have the khutbahs, and they say, and do not carry a pistol if you're going to give it up to the police. You give them a bullet rather than surrendering your weapons. Da-da-da-da. Other snitches say, they have S2 here, they say he never advocated violence. Excuse me. So-and-so told me he had been with Luqman Abdullah outside the mosque on that date, and he was able to surreptitiously record the conversation. S2 told Abdullah he had asked to donate $5,000 to pay to have someone do something during the 2006 Super Bowl in Detroit. Abdullah said he would not be involved in injuring innocent people for no reason. That's what the snitches tell me. That's what, they shot him anyway. This is just a short, this is a true copy. This is from the U.S. Court District, Court Eastern District. This is from the U.S. Federal Court document. Now, I want you to imagine how many of these documents we got and how thick ours is. What I also want you to think about is how good we have it. People have portrayed our center as 24/7, man, is so loaded with federal agents, man. This is the common area. Is this similar to what other people do? And that we are, some say on the verge of collapse, some say very strong and amazing, but there are different views on that subject. But for us, it's almost like the police, the whole system. That's Imam Luqman in Detroit. They would try to entice them, but it was $5,000 just to do a little something. I want you to look at our community, just here in D.C. We happen to be in the Southeast, and you see all the signs, we buy houses, we want your house, all over. Have you seen the white people walking their dogs? What does that mean? Prices is going up. A little lot that we may have bought for $10,000 or $15,000 some years ago is now worth over $100,000. Just a lot, right? Al-Islam. And we right here, we own our own facility. It's not a big mansion or anything, but we own our own facilities. We own 8 pieces of property. That's with the government coming up with some dumb fine every now and then. Of course, we're going to take it to court for everything they put on us. But And if you come here, you won't find nobody's eyes big and rolling around in their head or nothing. And if you look at us, it's as though we're just cruising along. Like in the garden, just plant our garden with a little lady plant it. You would think, you would almost be ready to go to get a cane fishing pole and a straw hat and a straw for a toothpick. And you know the little bob that they used to use in the country in the fishing pole? You know the little ping pong ball like bob that keeps the hook from out. And an old cane pole. It looks like that's our lifestyle, and we're almost getting ready to do, not rod and reel fishing, but we're getting ready to go down around in the woods to the creek and stick out our fishing pole with a little bob on it, right? That's what it looks. Tell the truth. The rate we move, the panic level does not exist. And we have received more fitna than everybody else in the United States put together, right here. Then you have to ask, why is that? Why is they can assassinate Imam Lukman and the place is full of snitches and he know it? Why is it they can trap Imam Jamil? Right? And we have to study all of that. Why is that? Then we have to study what are we saying different? Why are we not suffering? Because Sayyid Qutb refers to Prophet ﷺ and the believers that they ride from stage to stage, they encounter suffering, and that suffering, that challenge is their ride, their vehicle to the next level. Well, why, if we're encountering 10 times the obstacles and the challenges as anybody else, then why we don't feel like we're suffering? I'm just asking a question. We don't feel like it's not suffering. When I went to the doctor the other day to get my prescription, and the medical technician came back and said, oh, they checked all this stuff. So, I forgot to ask you, have you been depressed lately, or have you felt suicidal? I said, no. You're not depressed? I said, no, not only am I not, I don't remember. I don't remember. Maybe I'm probably human, so I must have been depressed for a minute one time. Something must have happened. But I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was about. Then if you say, well, you mean the people stole millions of dollars worth of your property? They went into your bank account that's yours and gave $100,000 to a crackpot. Right? And you're not depressed? That's what anybody would say, right? And actually gave them a deed and they will get it all back. Whatever we left. Soon. That's where we're headed now, back to California. And within a week or two, probably within the next 10 days for sure. With Allah's help. Then we'll begin this next phase. But this phase, this transition, this transformation has been going on since October 2002. That's when we decided that we had to go through the changes that we had to get to here. And that's what strategic management under repression was, remember. Situational analysis, scanning your environment, recognizing and recalling history, the behavior patterns of those around you, particularly your enemy, monitoring and evaluating strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, scanning the environment. So we scan the whole historical, psychological environment, emotional environment, spiritual environment, economic, everything of our region. It's like scanning it. Then, strategy formulate, this includes mission, your reason for existing, goals, steps to be accomplished in working toward mission, objectives, smaller results that must be achieved within the time limit, strategies, plans, and methods to achieve the mission's goals and objectives. And 5, policies, broad guidelines for the decisions. But so is strategy formulation. So 18 years ago, we made a strategic change, let's call it, a paradigm shift. Because we were in another stage of designed environment. We had designed that environment. We had played along with the environment. We had studied our environment. And we had developed systems and policies to get us along the way. But what our meeting showed us that it's time to abort that. Now, when we make a decision, we are dealing with a whole system. That means we have to turn our little system around and fit and deal with the whole environmental circumstance. It's like turning a battleship or an aircraft carrier with a little paddle or rudder. But that's our encounter with the system. What made us different, we were not and are not and hope never to be intimidated by the system. What I found out about all my friends who was classified as big niggas, the only difference between them and me, because some of them were like sharper and picking up things and stuff, they accepted the authority of the white man. That's the main difference. What I found out was that our class of people, if we got involved in politics and everything else, we were sharper than the schoolhouse Negroes, than all of them Negroes put together. And if they handpicked Negroes, just like that's what Malcolm called them. In those days, hand-picked Negroes. Well, you know if they had hand-picked Negroes in those days, what they're going to have during the days of rebellion. I want to continue. Strategy implementation. Programs, activities needed to accomplish the overall plan, including budgets, meeting the costs related to programs, procedures, sequences of steps needed to do the job. Number 4, evaluation and control, monitoring performance and taking corrective actions. When we study Imam Jamil, when we study Imam Luqman, when we study Dar al-Hijra, when we study the Masjid you went to, we are not We are studying it because it's part of our environment. We study it because there's a historical process going on. We study it because we want to use our own GPS system and figure out where are we in this global network that's going on. Where are we? Not only where are we, but where do we want to go? This is what the program basically is about today. Nonviolent resistance in the 21st century. Our view of nonviolent resistance and what it is. Our view of nonviolent resistance is basically taking charge of your own life. Nonviolent resistance for us means basically what we do. If we need schools, you build your own schools. It's going to cost too much money. Well, then go to their school and have them educate you and see where they teach freedom and independence. Go to anybody with an MBA that graduated from business school and see how many of them come out and start a business on their own. You know what they do? They take all the research. The research says 95% of all the businesses that are started go out of business. Right. And you have to get past the 5-year mark. There are certain needs that you have. You have to have a certain amount of capital to tide you over, to carry you over until you reach that level, or reach that plateau to where now